Hey everybody, welcome to another round of Canje Plays, and today we're going to be getting into Marvel Champions, the card game. This time we're going to be taking on the Green Goblin, Part 1, because when I opened the pack I saw that there's two encounter scenarios for you to fight the Green. We're just going to take care of the first one, risky business, and then when we play again, we'll play the other one, which is muted for me. So, um, welcome aboard. Pull up a chair. I hope you enjoy yourself. I know this was fast play. Fast play, like kind of last notice. I just was like, I can play a game. So I pulled one out and we're gonna play it. All right. Thank you to my Patreon members. Thank you so much. Um, I appreciate you so much. Thank you to my YouTube subscribers. I appreciate you as well. If you like what you see, go ahead and hit like, subscribe, and the bell notification. Be reminded of upcoming streams that will be happening, even fast play ones, at the last minute. Also, descriptions of the deck that I'm going to be using is listed in the descriptions below. Speaking of descriptions, for those who are interested in next Sunday's giveaway, which is Zombicide Invader and all the Kickstarter exclusives that came with it, the entry form for you to enter is on yesterday's stream or last Sunday's stream. Just go down there, click on there, put in your name and your email address. It's only open to the US and Canada. However, if you are like, I really want the game and I will pay, and you, not I, me, you, will pay shipping, then go ahead and sign up. But that is under that stipulation that you're going to be paying the shipping for the game. But the game will be free. It's just you'll pay shipping. But in terms of US and Canada, if you win, then all things are covered and it will be sent to you. Just my way of giving back to the community. So cool. I hope everybody in my US peeps are enjoying celebrating Memorial Day off. Just kind of thinking about the lost troops as well as just kind of spending time with family. So I hope that's going really well. All right, let's get some information, get down to the table, and have some fun. Okay, Marvel Champions 8.2 on board being D, best played 1 to 2 player. Yep, just for time purposes. 45 to 90 minutes, ages 14 plus. You can probably play it a little younger, but there's a lot of decision making, so it makes sense. 2.83 complexity rating, about right. Designed by Michael Boggs and two other people who they aren't listed on the design. A large group of artists. I think because the images themselves on the cards come from the comic books, that's saying not applicable for the artists, but there are artists because they're putting the cards and they're taking that some really nice images that were selected by the designers and then putting the card information to them. So they should receive some recognition, I think. Published by Fantasy Flight Games, and one of the things that I'm realizing is that that seems to be the large company IP that I like their games the most. I like Knights of Madness, Descent, uh, you know, and Marvel Champions. So it's kind of working out. Kind of working out. All right, let's get down to the table in this fast play and have some fun. Okay, so we've got this set up here. Color. This is just my reference manuals that I have up in the corner. But we've got it all here. So these are the two scenarios that are here. There is mutagen formula, which will be part 2, so I can pull this guy. Good. But we're going to be playing risky business. And so with risky business, what's really cool about this is that this game comes with some variety. It comes with four different items that you can add into the Green Goblin deck of either scenario that you're going to play. So to make this kind of fun, I know for the scenario recommendation is Goblin gimmicks for the first playthrough, so I'm going to do that. But then I'm going to also add in one of these, which is Tombstone, Electro, or Scorpion into the mix. So, and we'll be using our favorite webhead to fight with. So I'm going to roll this dice to see which one of these is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it's going to be Scorpion. Then these two will make their appearance in the next scenario that'll be played. I'm going to add those two in. So these are what's going to go in there. Now let's talk about our deck a little bit. With the deck that comes, it's the Spiderman's deck. Peter Parker and Spider-Man with the deck that comes with him normally. Yep. And then we have our aggression. We're going aggression with this one. So this one's going to be Brawn, Bug from Galaxy's Most Wanted, Hulk, Sentry, Spider Girl, Hydra, chase them down. One into the fray. Two looking for trouble, which comes from Galaxy's Most Wanted. Three toe to toes. Two power of aggressions, boot camp, and martial prowess. In terms of the the basic cards that are going to get added, we have Energy, Genius, Strength, Avengers Mansion, Helicarrier, Twin Carrier, and Deft Focus. This one also comes from Galaxy's Most. So talk about those when those pull out. We have we have Spider-Man's Nemesis, which is Vulture, his card of obligation, and the reference card. Pull the reference card down here. That happens. Then we'll shuffle this thing up, we'll read the story, and we'll have some fun. Alright, so we're going to be going against Goblin 1 and 2, not playing Elite. And this is kind of like a different play that happens here. So, Green Goblin says so basically he starts off on Norman Osborn's side, so if you flip this over. And he schemes to, and then he has this thing for attack, and it says force interrupt. When Norman Osborn would attack, place an infamy counter on Criminal Enterprise instead, which we'll talk about that. When Norman Osborn would take any amount of damage, remove that many infamy counters from Criminal Enterprise instead. So Criminal Enterprise is this one, which is this one. So this, I can't hurt Norman. I can't touch him. He's just untouchable. So I can't hurt him. The only way I can hurt him is if I get rid of those infamy counters and make him turn him into Green Goblin. When Green Goblin pops up, 3 indirect damage to each player in hero form, which indirect means that I can throw somebody in the way to block. But this is when I can start punching him in the face, and he's got 14 health per. Force interrupt. When Green Goblin would scheme, remove madness counter. So basically, it's going to be this flip flop between these two, and him changing between Green Goblin and Norman, which I think is a pretty cool mechanic. So we're going to put him here. And I'll read this, but I already know how to set it up. So, Criminal Enterprise, which is this one. It says, Criminal Enterprise enters play with 2 infamy counters per hero, since it's one hero, it's just 2. If there are no infamy counters here, flip Norman Osborn and Criminal Enterprise. When you flip him, he goes into State of Madness. State of Madness gets 2 counters as well, and if they get taken away, he flips back. So it turns into this flip-flop motion of trying to keep all that stuff away. So Criminal Enterprise comes in that way. Then we've got our main scheme. And the main scheme is Hostile Takeover. Norman Osborn holds a board meeting plotting to take over a branch of Stark Industries. So when completed, place 1 infamy counter on Criminal Enterprise, then discard 1 card from each player's deck for each infamy counter on Criminal Enterprise. So it starts off with 2, and when we hit 7, that's no bueno. That's our scheme. It starts off with 2. We have to make sure it does not hit 7. That's where we do that. Then the rest of these are to be taken care of. So, and just to read the back so you know what it says, and then I'll read the book as well. It says, contents. Norman Osborn 1 and 2. Put 3 in there if you want expert mode. Risky business and standard encounter sets. 1 modular encounter set recommended Goblin gimmick. So it says 1 modular, but the book was saying, this book says, in addition to risky business and mutagen formula scenarios, the Green Goblin scenario pack comes with 4 modular encounter sets. A mess of things, Goblin gimmicks, power drain, and running interference. To add variety and unpredictability to future replays, a number of modular encounter sets can be added to and or removed from a scenario. When adding a modular set, players may either choose the set they wish to play or take it up however they want. So, for each scenario, this document contains story elements to set the stage, which it will. So it says, put Criminal Enterprise out there, and it starts off with two thingies on it. And like I said, once I shuffle this up, I'll read the story. We'll do the intro. I hope everybody's having a good day today, enjoying themselves. Fun. Throw a gift. Off to the side. Risky business. Shield briefing. Hello, heroes. As you know, Norman Osborn is a ruthless businessman and then the head of the multinational corporation Oscorp. We also have intel that he's fueling a large crime operation. Unfortunately, Osborn has set his sights on purchasing a failing branch of Stark Industries. Not only would this bring a surge to Oscorp's stock, but we're certain he plans to use the Stark tech to enhance his criminal enterprise. While directly taking down Osborn is out of the question, we think that you could provoke Osborn by targeting his criminal enterprise, forcing his alter ego, the Green Goblin, to come out to play. So, that's story. So the rules: when the villain changes form, any boost cards, status cards, damage, or game elements that are associated with him will remain. Changing form will trigger Green Goblins when revealed ability always. When a villain stage is defeated, the next stage of the villain deck enters play on the same side as the defeated stage. Shouldn't be this. Stage are we talking about? Oh, this. The stage. Okay. Alright. When Norman Osborn attacks, Norman Osborn's ability card reads Force Interrupt. When he would attack, instead, place an infamy counter on Criminal Enterprise instead. When Norman Osborn, let's see. Since Norman Osborn's Force Interrupt ability places a counter instead of attacking, cards that trigger when the villain attacks do not resolve because no attack activation was performed. So no boost cards. Additionally, Norman Osborn does not have an attack power value, and as such, his attack power cannot be increased, decreased, or modified. When Green Goblin schemes, Green Goblin's ability reads Force Interrupt. When Green Goblin would scheme, remove one Madness counter. So basically, he's trying to calm back down and go back to Norman so he doesn't get hit anymore, is what that's saying. When revealed, yeah. Okay, cool. Okay. It's advantageous to keep the number of infamy counters on Criminal Enterprise as low as possible, as there are multiple cards in the encounter deck that increase in power relative to the number of infamy counters in play. Additionally, flipping the villain is often only best to do when significant damage can be dealt. That is what that starts with. Alright, so. Like, how much health does Norman has? He has 14. Green Goblin has 14. I'll get the counters out. And 1 second. We'll have the counters out. talk about Peter. And I start off with 10. Start off with 10 health. So Peter. So covers the 3 scientists as a resource. Generate a resource. That type of resource limit once per round is Peter. So free resource for Peter. The Spider-Man interrupt. When villain initiates an attack against you, draw a card. It doesn't say once per round, so I'm assuming every single time I get punched, I will draw a card. Okay, I start off with 6 to draw in my hand. 1, 6. I've got a chase them down, backflip, toe to toe, looking for trouble, Tigra, and Adventure's Mansion. We can mulligan if we want, so on the fort. This is a good interrupt to when you would take any amount of damage from an attack, prevent all damage. That's pretty cool. Toe to toe. Choose an enemy. That enemy attacks you. Deal 5 damage to that enemy. Looking for trouble. The heroic action thwart. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until you discard a minion. Put that minion in play, engage with you, remove 3 threat from the main scheme. So these two kind of go toe to toe. I could do a looking for trouble, get a minion, and then go toe to toe with him to hit him for 5 damage and probably kill him. So that's a good one. And then you automatically follow that up with, after you attack and defeat an enemy, remove 2 threat from a scheme. So that's an interesting combo. This one already removes 3 threat from a scheme, so I could probably pass on that. Avengers Mansion's great for card draw, and Tiger's a good friend to have out. After Tiger attacks, defeats a minion, heal 1 damage from her. She's got good attack ability. This could work. I'm gonna mulligan, chase them down. Get a new card. Webbed Up. So Webbed Up says, hero form only. Attached to an enemy. Max 1 per player. Force interrupt. When attached enemy would attack, discard Webbed Up instead, then stun that enemy. So it says an enemy, not a minion. So I could put this on Green Goblin and avoid an attack, which is a nice upgrade. Okay. Alright. And I know you're probably like, flip this over, it's upside down. There you go. There you go. There you go. Alright, so well, I could tap this to get, well, not tap it, but use this to generate at least 1 resource to free. Norman Osborn would take any amount of damage, remove that many infamy counters from criminal enterprises. I can automatically take care of those 2 and flip him into mean mode. I don't think I'm ready to fight him with that. Adventure Mansion would have 1, 2, 3. 1 more to put down Adventurous Mansion. I'll regret getting rid of backflip. I know I will. But nothing venture. 4. Put down Avengers Mansion. Tap it, draw a card. Deaf Focus. It's an upgrade. So this is the new one. Yeah, hey Kate. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Yeah, it's a holiday for me today. So Deaf Focus is an upgrade. Max 1 per player. Hero action. Exhaust Deaf Focus. Reduce the resource cost of the next superpower card you play this turn by 1. Okay, so I would love to play that. I'm gonna flip to Spiderman. Wow. Really want to get like I need like 1 more card. Did I grab? How much did I grab? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had 6. I'm gonna go looking for trouble. So I can put down this. And that I will let right now there's if I attack to get rid of these 2 counters, I can do. Because it says when Norman Osborn would take any amount of damage, remove that many infinity containers from Infernal Enterprise. So I can hit him now, get rid of this, but it'll flip him to Goblin mode. Or I could thwart. Need to get to 7 to get to the next part of that. So I'm gonna hit him. It says don't hit him unless I can do damage. Uh, I'll thwart. I'll thwart for 1. That will end my turn. I drop the 5, so 4 cards. 1, 4. I got another backflip, which is great. Got another toe-to-toe, which is great. I've got an upgrade to my web shooters. So use 3 web counters, enters play. It's basically a resource generator. And I got the big green. Right. Down. One goes here. You would seem that it says when Norman Osborn would attack, place 1 infamy counter on Criminal Enterprise instead. Okay. Then draw this. Scorpion, yay! So Scorpion comes out and he's got a lovely little ability. Wow, what's so Scorpion minion attacks. 3 scheme, 3 attack. Quick strike. After minion engages your hero, it attacks you. So it's gonna attack me now. Force response. After Scorpion attacks and damages the character, stun that character. Oh no! Okay, so it's going to attack me for 3. You don't boost, you just hit me for 3. I'm going to defend that. So I defend 3. This is after Scorpion attacks and damages. So 3 defense, 3 attack. That's 0. You didn't damage me, so you don't stun me. But I am exhausted, which isn't great. And you're engaged. Okay. So my turn. Says next superpower card you play. I need to look up that rule. Superpower. That is on Fantasy Flights because that's a rule. Definitely a new rule. Marvel Champion. Go to rule. Updated rules reference. Here, this here, and let's look at this together. I don't even know. Like, huh, okay, that works. So let's go to superpower. Uh, super. Oh. Your next superpower card you play this. I want. I'll go digging in that. Okay. Great. Not on their log. Alright, let me first do this. Let me spin this guy to get a card. Got strength, which is great. I'm going to use that strength. Like, boom, the Hulk. And I'm going to use toe-to-toe, put out my web shooters, which generate 3 web counters on them. For resources, exhaust to do a wildcard resource. So I'm going to do that. Send this. Do toe-to-toe. So choose an enemy. That enemy attacks. You deal 5 damage to that enemy. Ooh, yep. So the enemy attacks me for 3. I'm going to backflip it. Force interrupt to prevent all damage. So no damage is coming to me. And then I attack you for 5, so you'll take 5 damage. Then Yawn Hulk is going to swing. Swing away for 3. Hit you for 3. He takes 1 damage. He'll take care of Scorpion. And then I need to pull. Force response after Hulk attacks. Discard the top card of your deck and read the value to see what happens. It's a lightning bolt. Deal 1 damage to each character. So I go down to 9. Hulk takes damage. And that's it. Dropped 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. I got Swinging Web Kick, which will deal 8 damage to an enemy. Black Cat, who I was really waiting for. Oh, it says Superpower on it. Cool. Swinging Web Kick. It has Superpower, Energy, and Web Dust. Alrighty. Okay. Get team. You get counter for one of these. Hired Gun. When revealed, choose to either give the villain 1 face down boost card or place 2 infamy counters on Criminal Enterprise. Yeah. I'll give you a face down boost card. I don't need that to be any bigger than. Well, yeah, I don't need that to be any bigger than it. Okay. I'm going to use Avengers Mansion. Get a card. Brawn. After Brawn attacks, remove 1 threat from a scheme. That would be cool. He gets 5 health too. Do this to generate 1. Damage. I want to get Black Cat out though. Okay, so I'm going to spend 1. Card. Okay, I gotta do these in specific order because I don't want her to die. So I'm gonna swing at this guy. Nope. Hulk is gonna swing and attack Norman, which would knock these 3 off because it's 3 damage. Norman would. Do I want player? Okay. Norman would flip the Goblin. This would flip the State of Madness. Would get 2 counters on it. When this is revealed, deal 3 indirect damage to each player in hero form. Take 3, 3, 6. Then I have to draw a card, which is deal 2 damage to an enemy. 2, which is fine. Okay. Then I'll spend this for 1. Wait. That would be one. Two. I could actually knock out his first form now. Okay. So this is crazy. This is crazy. Okay. So that was one. I'm gonna spend brawn for two, so that's two to do a swimming and web kick to the goblin, dealing him 8 damage. Deal 8 damage to an enemy. So dealing 8 damage to him. So 1, 8, knocking him down to 6 health. Cool, cool, cool. Then 1, 2, 3. I forgot to draw a card when Scorpion attacked. I completely missed this thing to draw a card when Scorpion attacked me twice. Twice. Then I actually to do it again. Actually, this is tapped. It says exhaust. Do it. So I can wait till next round and punch him in the face. So I'll spend these two, put out Black Cat. And it says force response. After you play Black Cat, guard the top 2 cards of your deck. Add each card with a printed chemical like symbol to your hand. Nope. Nope. Yes. Yes. Perfect. I got the Queen Carrier. Okay, then she's going to attack. She's the only one that doesn't take damage for attacking, so she's going to attack this guy for 1, killing him. I could have knocked him out with the other one. I could have done it again and knock him and flip him to the next one, but I am actually Green Goblin with Steam remove 1 madness counter from State of Madness. So I don't. I want to. I think I'm gonna flip the Peter. I'm gonna recover. Run up to 9. I could have attacked and then flipped the Peter. I probably should have done. Yeah, I'll do that. Go back to 6. I'm gonna flip. I'm gonna. I was at Spiderman. I'll do 2 attack. 1, 2, taking him to 4, and then flip the Peter. The Quinn carries a resource generator, which is great. I'm gonna ditch this card, just having 2, drawing up to 6, so 4, 1, 4. Looking for trouble. Bug. Power of aggression, and enhanced spider. Oh boy. Alright, so Demon. When Green Goblin would steam, which is what he would do, instead remove 1 counter from here. Get this fun thing. Another hired gun. Choose to either. So I can either give you 2 infantry counters or a boost card. I'm gonna give you another boost. This could spell my death, but sure. Because I can knock out one of his states, right? Bugs. After your hero makes a basic attack, heal 1 damage from bug. Let's generate some, shall we? 1, 2. Actually, before I do that, get my free card. Get my card for exhausting Avengers Mansion. Aunt May. Oh, this'll hurt. Okay, 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 okay. So I'm gonna spend I need the pin carrier, then I can get animated. So, sorry. Use the ability 1, 2, 3, looking for trouble. You put out the Quinn carrier, which gives me an extra free resource. Then I will use that resource to bring out Aunt May. I'm in alter ego form, so I'm going to tap Aunt May to heal me back up to full. Flip Spiderman. Hulk's gonna attack this dude for 3, killing him. Card, lightning bolt, discard, deal 1 damage to each character. So take 1 going down to 9. Hulk, take 1. Black Cat will take 1, which is not grand. But Norman will also take 1, 3. Um, I will look up at how much allies they let me put out. So I don't put up way too many allies than I'm supposed to. Each player is 3 allies, a maximum of 3 allies in play at any given. So I've got 1, 2. Black Cat is going to attack 3, knocking down to 2. I'm going to use Power of Aggression to pull out my 3rd ally, Bug. After your hero makes a basic attack, heal 1 damage on Bug. So Bug's going to thwart for 1 damage. Spider-Man's going to attack for 2, knocking Norman down to 0. And this way. And Bug heals 1 when I attack. This goes to back here. So basically, when he is revealed again, he will deal 4 indirect damage to each player. When Green Goblin with Steam, remove 1 madness from there. And cool. Oh, his Steam would have. Nope, it said it would remove 1. So this is only for attacking. I'm building up to him punching me in the face really hard. I'm gonna hang on to this. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Flip back. Looks almost gone. Draw up my hand. So 3. Got Sentry, another web shooters, and a toe-to-toe. Okay. Move this. Flips back to Norman. When Norman Osborn would attack, place 2 infamy counters on here as well. Go on here. When he would take any damage, so he schemes for 2. Norman will scheme. Okay, so Norman will scheme but not attack. This is now force and route when he would attack. Yep. Okay. I think I screwed that up too, but that's okay. Get a card. I am going to play. No, you do not. No, you do not, good sir. Obligation. Oh, and this is when revealed effect. It says you may give this to Peter Parker. Exhaust Peter Parker, remove eviction. Nope, this happens to me because it says when revealed. So you may flip to alter ego form and choose. Peter is going to alter ego, and he is going to exhaust to remove this card. That was not great. Not. Okay. Not great. That kind of Bum me out. So let's draw a card. Boot camp. Play under any player's control, max 1 per player. Each ally you control gets +1 attack. That's pretty cool. Use this 1, 2, and then bitch 1 card to get boot camp out. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to, so 1 resource, 2 here, and get rid of Sentry. Put boot camp out. Boot camp says play under any player's control, max 1 per player. Each ally you control gets +1 attack. I've got 1, 2, 3 allies out. So Bug is going to, actually you've got 2 attack. You're going to attack, knocking out these 2 for 2, flipping you here. 4 damage is flying out. To each player. Should I let Hulk block that, or should I use Hulk's 4 damage to punch him in the face? I think I'll just take the 4 damage. Going down to 5. Oof. Okay. And then Aunt May is going to heal me for 4. So going back up to 9. I don't need you attacking me. Kill me. Can't go toe to toe. But I can do an 8 damage to you, but I'm not in hero form. Dang it. Okay, so then Bug will attack for 2. You have 18 health. Bug will attack for 2, taking you to 16 damage. The Hulk going Hulk smash for the final time for 4 damage on you. You to 12. Draw a card. Lightning bolt. Deal 1 damage to each character. So I lost all my allies in 1 swift move. I did that. Take a hit. Hulk takes a hit. He dies. Bug takes a hit and he dies. Black Cat takes a hit and she dies. Awesome. How to wipe out all my frontline people in 1 go. Alright, oh boy. That ruined everything. Everything. This whole plan. Ruined. Hey Drowsy, what's going on? That was not good. That was not a good feeling that just happened to me. Alright. I just need a backflip or something. So I draw up to 6. So 2 more. Chase them down in Spider Girl. Okay. Oh, supposed to have 2 on it. Sorry. Team going up. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? When Green Goblin would scheme, remove 1 state of madness. Moving that. Get a card. All in a day's work. Treachery. This is what I wanted to get rid of. So I'm going to spend, instead of that treachery being a pain in my bum, I'm going to spend Chase Them Down to do Enhanced Spider Sense. Interrupt. When a treachery card is revealed from the encounter deck, cancel its when revealed effect. Your card means nothing to me, good stuff. Nothing. Sweet. Okay. So now gonna draw a card. Enhance Spider Sense. I'm going to send Aunt May to max me out to 10. So I'm going to spend this resource and this resource to put out Spider Girl. After you play Spider Girl from your hand, stun and confuse a minion. I don't have a minion, so that's okay. And then I'll switch to this. Her attacks are now 3. And 2 to the. So I'm going to do. I hit him for 8, 9, 10, 11. Then I beat him. Okay, sweet, sweet, sweet. So Death Focus, I'm going to spend Death Focus and 2 more, because Death Focus says reduce the cost of a superpower card by 1 this turn. So it's 3, and I'm going to spend these 2 to do Swinging Web Kick to deal 8 damage to you. Which knocks you down to 3. So that does that. I will then punch you with Spider Girl for 2, knocking you down to 1. Takes damage. And then Spider-Man comes in. I'll punch in for the knockout. Boom. Why is everything tapped? Oh, I forgot to tap it back, so I turned everything back. But now everything is tapped and I win. And it was 3 attack, not 2. But it was enough. It was enough. Which would have been 2 plus 1, 3, which would have knocked the 3 off. So it was 8 and a 3, which would have killed him. And Spider-Man would have just been. Hey, we won. Oh boy. The mess up I did. I saw 2 places where I messed up. Okay? Let me talk about that for a second. First one was Scorpion. When Scorpion first came out, his thing was to, after this minion engages your hero, it attacks. So it attacked me, I didn't draw a card. The second part of that first mess up A. First mess up B was he attacked me a second time because I played a card to let him attack me, and I didn't draw a card. So that was that mess up. Then the next mess up was, no, I was in this form. I was in Peter Parker form when the first boost card was played, so he couldn't scheme to pull one off, which was okay. I was Spider-Man, but when Norman was in effect, he schemed too, and that's when I should have flipped this card, but I didn't, and that's where I screwed up. That was my second mess. You only draw when villains attack. It says when villain initiates attack. I forgot to draw the card anyway, so yeah, that's right. You're right, Drazi. It says when the villain initiates attack against you, not when any minion. So villain keyword is. So that worked. This deck was actually pretty strong. It was really strong. Once I got Death Focus out, that helped a lot with the Swinging Web Kick. The Quinn Carrier, and the Avengers Mansion really helped. Boot Camp was clutch. Hey Hans, how's it going? So it went decent. It went pretty decently. Those were my 2 mess ups for sure. So it's good that I didn't draw a card then, Drazi. Then I played it right, so that wasn't a mess up. But he should have schemed with this scheme card, this first scheme card. He should have schemed with that, and I did not do that, which I should have. Yeah, because it says when he would attack, he would place an infamy counter. He did get an attack which added the 3rd one, and he did it twice. But then I pulled him back into Green Goblin form, and then Green Goblin's scheme would have been to add one, which worked out. So that I know that's where I did mess up, but I did take him down. I'm learning as I go. This was actually pretty fun. pretty fun. My curiosity's peaked. I didn't even deck. I didn't even run out of decks. I had another swimming erratic, power of aggression, and a genius to play before I had to run out. Pretty good. 2 hits on him, the 2 8-hitters. That hurt. Oh, killing all my heroes. That hurt too. So, having that new Death Focus, and I don't know if anybody's seen it. Let me see if I can find it. It's from Galaxy's Most Wanted, so if you don't have that expansion, it won't be in your deck. It won't be in your collection. Here it is. So it says max 1 per player. Hero action. Exhaust Death Focus. Reduce the resource cost of next superpower card you played this turn by 1. The next one. This is what it did when I played this guy. And so it was aerial attack superpower. Keyword. Was this standard or expert? This was standard. I'm not ready for expert. I'm still trying to make sure once I can play a game flawlessly, that's probably when I'll move to expert. But I'm not there yet. I'm still making silly mistakes and getting things right. So, trying to make it better. I've got the flow of the game down good. This one was just odd. The cool thing about this is that this was Green Goblin. This was the risky business one. He has another entirely different scenario that is called mutagen formula. So this is the next one. This is why I call this part 1. The mutagen formula is the one I'm playing next. I'll be playing next fast play of Marvel Champions, and I will be adding into that because this one I added in. This one I added in Scorpion, who I faced, and then I also added in Goblin gimmicks into this one. So 2 there, and then these 2 are going to go into this one when I play it next. Do you have martial prowess in the deck? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Martial prowess. I got 1 martial prowess. If you want to see SWK1, so cool. Yeah, I know. If you want to see the deck build out that I did, I put a link to the description for Marvel CDB in the description down below, so you can pull down there and check out the entire deck build of what I used. I went through here to make sure, because the one thing I found on Marvel CDB is a lot of people do okay, you can have 2 Avengers Mansions or 2 Helicarriers. It's like, you really can't, because it says max 1 per player. Even if you play more than 1 player, it's weird that it's in that deck build-up. So I went through each one of these just to make sure that it was just like, how much ever max per player was set as it should be. So that should be fair and played fairly. Yeah, this went by pretty fast, but it was a lot of fun. So I have not been playing board games. Let's go up and talk. I gotta talk. I gotta talk about some stuff. I wanna chat with y'all about some stuff. I have not been playing board games for a long time, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm rounding on the 4-year mark. Maybe when I started getting into board gaming. 3-year mark. yeah, because the channel is 1 year old. I was 2 years prior, so I'm rounding on the 3-year mark of playing board games. So that's pretty early on, right? I wasn't around in the heyday of Fantasy Flight games when everyone seems to love what they were and tout them as this great, wonderful company before they were purchased by Asmodee or Asmodee Game. So I don't know much about that. You can have multiple in the deck. Yeah. So I don't know much about how they used to be. I know how they are now. And I said this earlier, and I'll say this again. I went through this thing of trying to learn, because I'm new to gaming. Give me all the games. Let me see what I like. Let me see what's balancing me out. Command Games is a mini heavy game. I don't paint minis, so therefore it's very heavy and mini, and not a lot of mechanics. not a lot of tightening of gameplay or mechanics of gameplay. So they weren't wonderful, just less awful. Yeah, they like come on is not for me. I've learned that. That's why I'm donating and returning to the community of like Zombicide Invader is one of them, which is come on. It's not for me. It's Zombicide Black Plague is fun, but that's it. Like I'm looking at my collection, so I'm turning this way to see what I have that is from Come On. Nope. Because I'm finding like a lot of their games aren't for me. This is big IP, right? The indie devs and the small IPs that spans like this vast, wide area of different games that I like in different ways and different ways that they handle things. But the big company ones, Spawn's not. It's not it for me. I don't like it. Fantasy Flight Games seems to be it. I like Descent. I like Mansions of Madness. I really, really try to like Imperial Assault, which is another game I'll be giving away soon with expansion. But I really tried to like Imperial Assault. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. I like Descent. I like Mansions of Madness. Why don't I like Imperial Assault? I don't know. I just don't. So I like Arkham Horror Third Edition, Arkham Horror the Learning Card Game, all this stuff. People have always complained about Fantasy Flight games. They do make some of the best games out there. Though they do. I mean, pound for pound, in terms of the majority of my collection is filled with indie games. But if you look at a game that, like, if you look for the company, what's the big name company that Canje has on his shelf? Fantasy Flight Games. Uh, just how it works out. And, like I like a lot of stuff that they make, and I'm basically catching up on Marvel Champions. That's why I'm going through playing through each scenario because I want to enjoy them all, and each time I enjoy it that much more. Yeah, they're putting out some good stuff. I'm curious to see what the new kids on the block, I guess, are gonna do. I say new kids from a perspective of have they been around as long as Fantasy Flight or Commander? Like the Sadler Brothers with Blacklist games. I have Ultra Quest and I love Ultra Quest, which I'll be playing. I'll be playing the next expansion since I finished the base game already. So Ultra Quest is a huge one that I like. I'm just looking at myself. Awaken Realm. Awaken Realms makes good. This War of Mine is one of my favorites. Um, I have Tainted Grail. I just have to get it to the table because I need to learn it. Um, they make. I have Etherfield. I backed ISS Vanguard. They make good games, but when they don't, it is massively apparent. I'm not the biggest fan of their money grabbing strategies, but that's just the way it is. Yeah, I can agree with you. For them to, I mean, they can release big box items for a good price, and then that be, instead of doing these one piecemeal packs like Innsmouth, they could have released all of Innsmouth as like, here is the $60 expansion to Arkham Horror card game, but then they nickel and dime you and do all this stuff that makes it not great. I've never been a Come On person either. I think it just I think I just have Zombicide Black Plague. Yep. I haven't played Arcadia Quest at all, which is on my shelf of shame of never being played. Yeah, I've never played Arcadia Quest. I've looked it up and I was like, eh. I'm not gonna down people who like it. It's just it never struck my thing. Um, the companies that I mean, I'm all I'm a huge fan of Tristan and Francesca and Hall or Nothing Production, and I have all of their fantasy games. I don't have their historical battle games because historical battle games don't really appeal to me. Um, I tried one once and I was like, eh. Even with, it was good mechanic. It's just it wasn't for me. But their fantasy side, the Kill Force series and the upcoming Call of Kill Force, Life Form by Mark Chapman, um, Veil Wraith, which is coming out. Those are solid buys, and that's great. But just the big companies, I don't know. Ludus Magnus. So that was my angry face. Ludus Magnus Games made a game called Black Rose Wars. Black Rose Wars is a fantastically fun, complex, strategy-driven game if you're playing it multiplayer. So, Ludus Magnus Studio said, "Okay," and this is how they started. I kid you not. Okay, when we released the Wave 2 of our Kickstarter, because Wave 1 was just the base. When we release Wave 2, we're going to release a solo variant so that you can play this game solo when you need to. You know, it's a 2 to 6 player game with the expansion of Hidden Thorn. 2 to 6 player game. And they said, we will allow you to play our game and our upcoming one that we've been working really hard on called Inferno, where you're walking through Dante's Inferno. Whoa, literature stuff, Renaissance stuff. I'm super hyped for it. I want to play it. It's going to be awesome. They delivered. When they delivered and charged us extra money for delivery because of their bad planning, whatever. I mean, it's a fact. I'm not stating my thoughts. It's a fact. When they delivered a couple, and I do mean couple, of scenarios of Black Rose Wars that were solo, where the gameplay was a massive afterthought. And it infuriated me. Because I was like, I backed your product. You said you were going to do solo so people can play the base game, play Inferno, play Chrono, the games that are coming in the Seder box, so we can all play it, solo play, just like we want to, and you give us this unset pile. That's my thought. I was not a fan. I did not enjoy it, and I said I would never back another Ludus Magnus game. They have a really cool game called Nova Sadus. It looks cool. It looks like it has some really great mechanics. I won't buy it because they broke my trust. They were just like they just did. They didn't live up to what they said they were going to deliver. The community fans had to create a solo variant that can be played with the base game, which I have yet to try out, and I will play it on the channel because I bought the darn game and all the stuff that came with it, so might as well. But I will never back another Ludus Magnus game again. They could make like a game that knocks Gloomhaven off the map and makes you forget about Frosthaven. I will not back it because they broke my trust. So anyway, that's my rant. that's my rant. Okay, so what's coming? What's coming in the next couple weeks in the month of June? Since we're gonna kick off June right tomorrow, what's coming? Mage Knight. I will be playing Mage Knight in June. I promised Dan Roberts this. Dan, I promised you I'd play it. I'm gonna play it. Mage Knight's coming in June. Destiny's I'm a Legend by Lucky Duck Games is coming in June. All I have to do is just make sure I have the timing performance right on my tablet so that when I have to scan cards, you're not sitting there like, ugh. And plus, it looks good, at least on the screen for you to see. Otherwise, I'd be ready to play it today. But I'm just working out the last kinks of technology to make sure that you get the best experience if you're sitting at the table with me. What else did I say was coming in June? Explore It. Sands of Shirax is coming. Veil Wraith is set to deliver. As when Veil Wraith delivers, that night I'm reading the rulebook. That night I'm doing a demo playthrough. And then soon after I'll be streaming it because that's how much I love Holler. So Veil Wraith is going to be coming to the channel in June. More Marvel Champions, more I mean, of the newer, of the older, the games that I'm already playing, Dungeons of Infinity will continue because I'm really liking how that plays. Marvel Champions will continue. Um, the giveaways will continue because I have a stack of board games where I'm like, I love you guys. Here you go. Love y'all. Have it for free. I don't care. Um, I'm trying to wrap my mind around. I'm waiting for Nemesis to deliver so that I can do a Nemesis playthrough as well. So that's coming. I'm just waiting for the Kickstarter to deliver with the story, so that I can so that we can go on the campaign. So that's incoming. So there's a lot of games incoming. Painted Grail, not yet. I really, really want to play it, and I'm going to get it to the table, but not in June. Not uh, in July. I do have some surprises, but I'll wait until July to tell you about them. Other than that, that's all I really have. Like I said, I'm sure I made mistakes when I played this one. Just write them down in the comments because I'm going to be playing part two sometime this week, so I make sure that I include those and get those right. Which Hexplorer is it scheduled to? Which Hexplorer is scheduled to deliver? Not the most recent. No, no, no. I'm going to be streaming Sands of Shrak. The recent one is the Domain of Mirza Noctis, which that Kickstarter completed earlier this year, so it's going to be probably next year before that delivers. But I did back it, so when that comes in, that'll get played. I heard Sands of Shirax is the most complex to explore it yet, so it's probably going to be late June when I stream it, so I can make sure I learn the rules right, like I did with Force of Agramon, which I'm so happy I got that right. Um, yeah, Destiny's is so basically late June is Mage Knight and Sands of Shirac because those are both complex games that I need to spend time to learn how to play properly. Uh, what? What's that? Is that an I or an L? I don't know what that means, Drazen. So yeah, but it's definitely gonna be that. Okay, thank you so much for joining. Like I said, if I made any mistake, I'm looking forward to my early ship explore. But Valley of the Dead King is so much fun. I played it so much when it came because I was like, but thanks for joining. Anyway, I could talk to y'all forever. Thanks for joining. If I made any mistakes, like I said, put them in the comments. If you like what you saw, hit the like, subscribe, thumbs up me, hit the bell, all that good stuff. Hit the button thing, do Hickey. And thank you so much for joining. Thank you, my YouTube subscribers. Thank you, my Patreon members. Thank you, Anna, my new Patreon, my enthusiast. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Join the Discord, join in the fun in the chat, and I will see y'all probably tomorrow for another fast play. So, other than that, have fun. Insert comment here. See y'all later. Bye.